Good morning, and let's start another chapter in Python. Okay, we'll go to the site learning. Okay, Python facts. Okay, so far we have completed the different data types and what we used a little bit on few of the methods related to that particular data type. Today we'll go through this two type. Okay, so it's Python list tuple dictionary and a little bit more about its detail. Okay, so last time we have gone through something a little bit more data types, right? Almost all the data types that we need, that we use, and along with that we have gone through the string data types, few of the methods, how to, for example, how do you increase, how do you make it capital letter, all those things. Okay, today we'll go for the next one. Okay, so the next one is called list. Okay, so let's go through a little bit. What is list? As you see, we use square bracket and it's a mutable one. Okay, so you can change the data within that. Okay, real example, few of the real example. Okay, and few of the operation we'll do with the list data type. Okay, for example, let's see with this one, right? So let's go through new file to 5 list example. Fine. So I've created a list called shopping and with the values with milk, bread, egg, all those things, right? So if you remember, we start the index always with 0, right? And there is something called as -1, which is from the back side, the first one. Okay, let's try seeing this one. Let's execute. Okay, 0 to 5. Okay, if you see the 0 1, which is the first index, you got it the milk. The last index you got from back side, it's egg. Okay, let's see other example. Okay, how do you update the elements? Okay, let's see again, how do you update the elements? So we come again, we index the first index one was bread. Okay, and we want to change that one to brown bread. So how do you print now again? Print. Okay, so now if you want to see, okay, earlier it was, let's say, like earlier it was milk, bread, and egg. We changed that one to, in place of bread, we made it brown bread. That's what you can see over here. Okay, fine, good. Now, let's see the second one. Things right. Okay, let's say you want to add a new data, new content within that particular list. That's where we have append methods, right? Let's see one example. Okay, so we add 0 to 6 list append. Okay, now if we try to run, so ideally we're supposed to see only 1 2 3, right? Let's see if I want to print the before one. Okay, and then we append one more digit, and then we are trying to do the next one. Fine. Okay, it's 0 to 6. See, this is how you will do the append. The append actually happens at the end of the list. Over here you can see the last one we append. Okay. What next? Okay. What is extend? Okay. Extend, if you see the example, right? Earlier we had the list values with 1 and 2. We want to extend one more list value, which is 3, 4, 5, and this is how you get the output. Let's do over here. Okay. We'll create one more file. 7 list 10.py. Okay. Let's execute this one. Fine. I believe you got it right. Okay, good. What next we can see? Insert. Okay, what is it going to do? So in insert, if you see in the append mode, it's actually going to the last index value and it's actually adding this particular value, right? Where it's 0 index, 1 index, and 2 index. This fourth one will come as the last one. But sometimes you might like to add particular number of value in a specific index. Over here, this the one index is 2, right? And you want to insert this new number within the one index. So what really happens in this case? This is how you do indexing insert. Okay. So let's do it's 0 to 8 5. So insert 1. So we can specify this one. Okay. So let's do one more print before and then we'll insert it. Okay. Fine. Okay. Earlier it was 1, 2, 3. If we just do append, it would have been at the end, but we want to insert that one in a particular given index place, right? That's the main reason we got the new value within this. Okay. How about let's, if you want, can we try adding another data type itself? Let's say numbers. Okay. Okay. Dot insert, and we want second value again. Let's say we want on a before 100. So what we'll do again, we'll do 1 that you might at the very first time, right? So we'll put 0, that's the index value, and content. I am okay. Start t. Fine. Let's execute this one and try it out. Okay. See, it's not only carries the number, you can write your own things over here. If it is a string value, you can specify where you want to insert all those things, you can do it. Fine. So you remember if it is duplicate one you don't want, you can use set data type, right? That's how you remember where to use what data types. Fine. Okay, let's see the next one. Okay, what is the remove? In the remove, what we are doing, we are passing the value that we want to remove. Okay, let's try on this. Okay, 29 will do 0 to 9 list remove 5. Okay, these are different methods that we are using for the list one. Fine. We want to remove 2. So before removing, what was the value? It would be same. Then 3, 0 to 9. Fine. Okay. So what we will get if you want to remove content which is not there, right? For example, let's say I want to remove 4. 4 is not there. Okay, let's see what is the output. It says value error. List remove X. X is not in the list. Got it? So it should be within that content. Fine. Okay. So this is some example. Let's say you have a data center where you have new IP addresses, new servers, right? If the server is dead, if the health check of a given IP address server is dead, you should remove that one. So you can have code that will check if it is there, it attach, it append it up. Okay. You can also use that within that thinking of like, okay, we should not be that duplicate that one. You can check rest of the things. But if you want to remove, you can remove that particular. If the host, if let's say if the server is dead, want to remove from the list, then remove that one. Okay. So this is one of the example of simple cases, but you can write in advanced way, like find it out whether it's there. What will happen if it is more than one? Let's say I have 4 on the last location as well as on the first location. What will happen in this case? Okay, we just remove the very first occurrence of that one. Fine. Okay, so this is few of the example you can play around for. What is pop? Okay, so in the pop case, let's say in the list when we remove, actually we don't keep the data what we remove. But in the pub case, it actually returns the data what we removed. Okay, for example, this one, right? Pop example. Let's say pop example, it's 030 list pop. Fine. So if you see the pop, what it did, it actually removed the last element, and the last element actually whatever you removed, right? You assign that particular things on this. So this will help you on scenario where you can say like, okay, this is the particular data that you have removed, which is the last data. Okay, and you want to perform some task within that particular data. Okay, for example, let's say you have an employee database or employee list. You want to remove the last employee who came, and later on you want to also say like, okay, this is the employee where we removed it. Okay, fine. This is a stupid example probably, but I believe you got it. Okay. So what is clear? It makes it empty. Okay. So let's go for 031 list. So let's make it fast. Okay, execute. Python 3031. Okay, see all the content it's getting removed because of the clear. Fine. So this index one, another method will give you the index number of particular given data, right? Okay. The count one, it will give you the count of this one. Okay. We are not going through all the example. It's written already, but I thought of like showing you few of the example so that you can explore around. Okay, and get some sense out of it. Okay, so these are different methods that we are working on a list one. Sort one, it's actually sorting the number. Reverse sort, whatever we are doing, it's actually doing the reverse. We can try this one. Okay. Right. Fair enough. Okay. What will happen if I want to change it to reverse? And then print again. Okay, good. What is copy it's doing? E033 list copy dot by Python 3. Oh, sorry. Ah, okay, fine. So what it's showing, it's containing that one. Now, let's say if I say print A, that's what I'll see. I'm seeing the same content, right? What will happen if I want to see the ID of this one? Right? Let's say print ID of A. What do you think what supposed to do? Okay, over here. So, okay, sorry, in my previous video, actually, I saw like the green color letters are not actually coming up, but as it is there in the documentation, hopefully you can get it. Now change the font colors, so it should be fine now. Okay, let's execute this one. See, now although the content are the same, okay, the memory points are different. Got it? Okay, but if I see C is equal to 1, comma 2, comma 3, this space, what will happen if I want to see the ID of this one also? I'll make it over here. Print ID C. Okay, it's giving all different. If it is a regular thing, right, integer string, it is giving the same one. Now it's giving all different. Fine. Okay, useful built-in functions. So these are the functions that will let you know what is the maximum length, total length of this one, the max number, the mean number, the summary, all those things that you can get. Okay, let's comment all this line. Basic function 034. Okay. Fine. The length one, what is it? Length of the array list, then the maximum number, minimum number, and sum of that. Fair enough. Okay. Few of the common error, you can check this one. Okay. You are trying to access a particular index which is not there at all. Okay. This index out of range error. Okay. Over here, you are looking for value to remove that is not part of that list itself. Fine. Now let's go through few of these example of tuple. Okay, what you see on the tuple. Okay, the difference the list and tuple again. The list you can actually add new things, modify. Okay, so it's a mutable one, whereas tuple is immutable. That's the key part, right? So in immutable, what are the things you want to have? The coordinate example. You don't want to change the data of that one, right? For example, you are taking an image of a and it should tag the current location. This is one of the coordinate you can give something like this, right? So the count number of two, how is it? It's giving. Okay, here if you see, it's giving two count. Okay, so the number of index, get this one. The number of index, it is one. Simple. That's why I'm not giving it. I'm going through. Okay, so this is the first and second one. So if you see name and age, what exactly it is doing, we can try this one, right? Three, five. Okay, what it it is going to do, fine, it's actually you are assigning this particular with the first one and this particular with the second one. Fine. Okay. Returning multiple values. Okay, it's coming towards a little bit of function that we go through later. Fine. Over here, you see the index value, it is actually trying to assign the index value and we will get error that we have gone through earlier. Okay. What is this issues over here? Over here, we are giving actually two values and we are assigning three variables. Fine. Basic mistake people what they do when you are creating a list of tuple, okay, it will work in a different way. Okay, so in this case it's actually integer, but you just have to use a comma to tuple wise. Fine, you want to see this one? Let's go through this. Okay, here let's comment this one and try print type of x. Okay, what it is going to show you integer, but if I use a comma at the end and run, fine. So if I make it just like this, what it will be, fine. In the list you don't have to use comma, whereas in the tuple you have to use comma at the end. Okay, if you use comma also it's fine. Good. Ideally keeping a same practice is always good. Fine. Let's go through one more topic. Okay, let's go through the dictionary data type. Okay, so as we explained what is dictionary data type, it's a key value, but we have something also called set example, right? I was telling you a IP address adding and removing in the data set. Okay, I have one of the code. So if you see the code, I've created an empty set. Okay, and I have created different function that will go through later. Okay, which is one of the function called to add IP address, to remove IP address, and to check IP address, right? And this is a one example. So first it will print the current list set, not list set, and later on it says trying to add one particular Y set, because you the duplicate one, it will not be there. That is also called as frozen set, which is immutable, whereas set is mutable, where you can change it, but it will contain only the unique one. So now the example what I was telling you, right? So let's say we have a data center and you want to add a new list out all the servers that is working fine. This is where you can think upon this idea. If it is there, if it is working fine, it should be part of the list. If it is not part of the list, check. If it is not, add it. But when the health check of a particular data, a particular server is actually not working, okay, health check is failed, you should remove it up. Okay, think in that scenario, it will dynamically remove it. Okay, let's run it. Python 3036. Okay, this is the example. Okay, we can go through the code. Okay, adding, removing, this will go through again, but I thought of like showing you. First it was an empty list, that's why you got it empty, sorry, empty set, you got empty set. Then we tried to add one particular IP address, which is 192.168.1.1. Okay, you have added 1.2, you added again health check, and it says one is already part of that one. Okay, you can write a code to ignore it just for the demo. It is again, once the add is done, I'm just showing you what are the IP addresses. It is now in this particular site, you get these two IP addresses. Later on, to check, this is what you can do a check whether you particular get the IP address 101, sorry, 1.1 is already there. It will say part of the list. if it is this 10001 is not part of the list, that's why you are not getting it up. Okay, and you want to remove 192 168 1.2. This was the previous list. Once you remove, you can see only this one. Second one is not there, that's why you got it, the IP is not found. And at the end you get the final list set up the IP address that you are getting as your output. Okay, now let's go for the dictionary example. So this is one of the real world example of dictionary. Okay, so let's create a dictionary example where you actually get key value pair. Okay, 037 5. Okay, and you want to access a particular one key. This is how you will access it out. Okay, sorry, Python 3. Fine, this is what you can do it. Okay, what is that most important dictionary methods? Let's go to few of the important dictionary method. What it says, okay, to get a particular key values, right? So we have salary over here. So want to access this one this way, you can access this one. Fine. Okay, get is one of the method for to access the value of a given key, right? So if you see over here, the first one is called the before the colon one, it's called keys, and after that one it's called value. Okay, you want to get the value of a particular given key, in this case salary. This is how you get it. Okay, you can directly put the key value also, but this is a better approach. Or we have an approach where we have a method associated with this one. Okay, so this one, what it will do, it will list out all these keys. So what are the keys are there? Okay, the keys are there as ID, name and salary. Let me comment this one so it will be much cleaner for you. Okay, so this is how you can see all the keys for a particular dictionary. What are the keys I have? I have ID, name and salary. Fine. How about the values? You want to just get the values. This is how you get only the values. Okay, fine. These are the values. Fine. Okay. So what this guy is doing, item function. Let's comment this one and check this out. Okay, it says keys and the associate value. Keys and the associate value. Keys and the associate value. Okay. What it is doing, pop. So probably it will remove it. Okay, so if I remove, I will need to print it out this one, right? All the keys value. Let's see this one. Okay, if you see, I've removed the key value pair of salary. That's why before, let's go for this one, right? How exactly this is before. Okay, and this one is after. So before it was having key value as ID, name and salary, and when I popped it, it was now salary. So let's say if I use a variable and assign whether the pop is keeping it up, that you can try it out. Okay, what is pop item? Remove the last value. So in this case, it would be a salary. I'm just removing this one instead of giving salary, right? let's say if I copy and create something, what do you say? Place and let's say Bangalore. Okay, what you'll see, earlier it was having Bangalore also replaced. Now want to remove the last one, it would remove the last one. Okay, so in this in the previous case you can give a um, specific value, key value pair you want to remove. Okay, and in the second one, which is pop list, pop item, you get the last one. Okay, let's try it out. So if you see earlier it was like this. I want to very specifically remove the key value of salary. That's why key value of salary is not there. It is there only this. If you see ID, name and place. Okay. Now I want to remove the last one. Let's remove the last one, which is the place bank. Okay. Obviously, you can get the sense. It will clear the content of that one, right? So let's do it quick. This one I want to print a list. Okay, and clear it and print again this particular set. Sorry, not list set. Okay, fine. Earlier it was having all this value. It can clear it. The copy, obviously it will copy. Okay, to a new particular dictionary. What is that? It is doing. It is actually adding whatever the default one it is there. Okay, if the key is missing, by default it will add it up. Okay, next dictionary. So if you see the name is there and within address you want multiple different things, right? This is how you can access this one. Okay. Fine. Okay. Within the address list, within the address dictionary, which one you want to access. Fine. Similar, you can do all those things. Okay. Iterate what it is going to do. The employee want to iterate the data. Okay, let's comment these things and execute. Do it like this for key and value, key comma value in a dictionary, the items. Okay, the items you saw, right? What are the things it gave both key and value pair, right? Okay, you want to print the key and then value associate with this one. Hopefully this you remember, right? The items one, get items, right? Okay, let's do it again. This is how you get key and value. Okay, for key and value in items, whatever the name employee dictionaries item, its first one is coming under key, second one is coming under values, and that's how it's actually printing. In the for loop, all those things in future will do more, but for now, just saw this one, right? Just check this out one. Okay, I believe these are clear things. The error, key error, the key itself is not there. That's why you are getting error. You can go through rest of the things in a set also. You can play around. I give you a couple of example one, right? It's the number is a list one. You make it unique with set. That's why you are not getting it up. Okay. So set example, we'll do a couple of them. Okay. This example we have given already, but one more let's do. 039 dot set example 1. Okay, this is how you can get the unique one. Okay, 3 03 got it. So as because set make it unique, that's how you're getting this one. Okay, you can try playing with the rest of the few of the methods on this. Okay, and let's see how exactly you are getting it up. Okay, play around and comment me if you need some further help on anything you didn't get it, all those things, and we can go through this. Okay, if the uppercase or that is there or not, all those basic things you can check it out. Okay, so this is the collection of few of the method. Okay, on the list method, few of the method what you have gone through, few of the tuples as well, few dictionaries, few set. Okay, this is how you can play around. Hopefully this is making some sense. Okay, in this you can think of your homework. Okay, you can create something a little bit new list set and you can add it, you can remove it, all those things you can try over here. Okay. Hmm? So you can create a particular set and you can add particular things on this. Okay, fine. Okay, thank you, and we'll meet you on the next chapter sometime. Thank you.